In 2009, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and I had been given Klonopin for the anxiety, and I had brain surgery, and it did not go away. They did not get it all. I had what you call Cushing's disease, and it reoccurred. It came back, and in 2012, I had another brain surgery, and I was given a lot of meds between all of that, and so I got very dependent on Klonopin. And I never abused the prescription, but I knew that I could not run out early. They don't refill them early, and so I stuck by my prescription, you know, which was 1 in the morning and 1 at night, and it increased because it was first 1 in the morning, and then as the years went by and the second tumor came along, then it was okay. Well, we're going to up it, you know, to 2 to slow down your anxiety. And after I got well, I just was down in a hole that I could not dig myself out of. I was taking 1 in the morning and 1 at night, and then amitriptyline to sleep, and I just was not myself. And I didn't really realize that how dangerous it was coming off of Klonopin. You know, you can go into seizures, you sweat profusely, you stutter, and all this started happening, and I then had hid my medication so well that I couldn't find it. I have 2 college degrees, and I didn't even feel like going to work. I did not feel like looking for a job. I did not feel like going running, and I've jogged and exercised since I was 19 years old. And everything, I didn't even feel like packing to go visit my mom. I didn't feel like going to see my daughter at college. It got to where all I did was go to work and come home, and all I did was sleep. It was it took everything in me to get up and be at work by 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I was groggy, and I just was irritable, and I've always been a fun person that loves to laugh, because laughter is the best medicine for life. And you know, God only gives you one life, and what you choose to do with it is up to you. And I was not doing what I needed to do for myself and for my life and for my body and for my daughters and for, you know, my mom and my parents. And I just knew that I had gotten down in this hole, and I could not get out of it. I mean, my mom was very supportive. She hugged my neck and said, you know, it's time that you do get help, and I'm so proud that you stepped up and said that you do need help. My aunt is a registered nurse, and so we called her, and she recommended Gulf Breeze Recovery. She did not say anything about it. I trusted her. She's been an RN for 40 years, and I just trusted her, and I just knew that she knew where I needed to go. I didn't ask her again. I didn't say, what kind of place is this? I didn't say how long. I didn't even know how long I was going to be here. I just trusted the fact that she knew where I needed to go. And I didn't even get on the website. I didn't even look it up on anything. All I did was call Reed, and that's all I needed, because I could hear the care and the concern and the love in his voice. That's all I needed was one phone call. And I called him at 12:30, and I was here by 5:30. Sure. I was scared to death when I walked through those doors. Everyone was outside. I guess I came during a break time, and everyone was outside, and I had my head in my pillow. And I went into detox, and I stayed there for 3 days and 3 nights. I did not get out. I did not walk outside. I didn't want to. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want anybody to see me. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. But it was all the way that I felt. And once I walked out those doors and talked to somebody, as a matter of fact, a counselor came into my room and was like, don't you want to come out and talk? And I was like, no. And she was like, you know, everybody's really nice, and we're all. And then it made me realize, well, if she takes the time, she doesn't even know me, and she took the time to come into my room. Bridget did, and she came in, you know, and talked to me. And so I walked out with her, and everybody was so friendly and so nice and so caring. I mean, the staff, the nurses, it made all the difference in the world. And then I struggled for 3 or 4 days after that. I was awful. I was moody. I was mean. Did not want to stay here. I wanted to go home. I cried. I didn't laugh for a while, but I cried, and I just didn't like anything, or, you know, anything. I didn't like anything. So it was tough. but I knew that I was in the best place that I could be. But I didn't realize that until the third day that I had been up with no sleep. Barnett called me into his office. And they said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I was like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me." And so he called me into his office and he was like, "Everyone here cares about you and everyone here loves you and everyone here is going to make a mistake and you can't, you don't," he didn't say it this way, but it was basically, you don't need to be pointing out everything that you can, because we're all here for you. We're all here to try to help you. And I had a moment in that office that I knew that that man was so loving and so caring. And if that man could sit there and talk to me for 23 minutes in a calm, rational, and noticed he breathed and tell me that, we're here for you, we love you, then I was in the best place that I could be. And if that man could do that, and he didn't even know me, and he pulled me in his office and told me that, and it hit me, I'm here to save my life. I'm here for that one life that I only have. And I'm 49 years old. And I have 2 beautiful daughters. I have a great life. And I have such an opportunity that it's time that you pull back your shoulders, you look into the sunlight, and you think about where you're going and what you're doing, and you get it together. And you stay here and you learn everything that you possibly can. I felt like getting up in the morning. I was getting up at 5:45. Now I run 3.5 miles in the morning, and I also work. I go for walks in the evening. I'm doing my hair. I feel like putting on makeup. I feel I actually eat healthy. I just feel great, and it's just made. It took a while. I made a total turnaround, but when I finally made that turnaround, I could look in the mirror and I could see my eyes were clearer. I could look in the mirror and just see myself again. I could laugh and have fun, and it was just all a miracle. It really was. It finally just all started clicking with me, and because I wasn't, bucking up against the system or just not wanting to get out of here, I thought, okay, you have 6 weeks left. And I knew that I was going to have an outing with my mom after I had been here for 4 weeks. You get an outing. And I was going to be able to see her, and I thought, I want to feel good. I don't want to pretend that I feel good. I don't want to pretend that I want to get up and be ready. I don't want to pretend that I want to wake up and put makeup on and do my hair and feel good. I want her to see that I feel good. And I did, and I knew that I had that outing, and I just started going to class, and I just started listening, and everything just started falling into place. And it's so simple, and we want to make it so hard. But it's not. It's one of the simplest things. For me, I look to God for my source. I look to God for my strength. And when you're happy with no enemy within, there's no enemy without. And when you're happy on the inside, you don't have to make it show. It just happens. And the good thing about it is you're not here for just 30 days. Because if you're here for just 30 days, you're still learning how to function. Your thoughts are still kind of everywhere. And then they kind of settle down after that 5th week. And after that 6th week, they settle down and you learn and you absorb more, and it just starts flowing out of you. You just feel, it just happens. I started understanding what they were talking about, and I started asking questions, and they take the time to answer your questions. If you don't understand or if you're confused, they will answer everything, and they kind of break it down for you as much as they can. They'll just keep going over it with you and going over it with you. And then my therapy sessions, at first, I just felt like it didn't go well. And so I said I would like to change my therapist. And they were like, well, give it a couple of weeks. And then if you want to change, come back to us. And after I had accepted the fact that this was time for me to make a difference in my life and make a change, then I started understanding her. And she didn't have to say much. She can say the smallest things. I'm like, how did you know that? And it's just all been clicking, and it's all just tied in together. We've done a couple of family sessions with my daughters, and that's been really, really good. I figured out it was me. It's all about my thoughts. I wake up in the morning and there is no bad days. And I don't wake up dreading the day. I don't wake up thinking, oh, so-and-so is going to call me and it's just going to set me off. It's not, because it's all about my thoughts. If I wake up, or when I wake up, I think this is going to be a great day. What can I do today? What can I accomplish today? I can accomplish getting up and going out here and watch the sunrise, because I haven't done that in years. You've got to look at those things and embrace them, and you've got to embrace life. And I was not doing that. I'm graduating tomorrow. My mom and both of my daughters and my dog are coming. At first I was like, oh, I don't want a graduation. I just want to leave. About 3 weeks ago, I was like, I want the graduation. I am so proud of myself. And yeah, I'm going to leave here and go back home, and I'll go back to my job. I have a very supportive family. I have very supportive friends, and I look forward to it. I am going to change my career, and I'm going to find a recreational therapist degree, because I want to help people the way I've been helped. I can't wait to get back. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about people seeing the actual real me, because I was in a cloud. I was in a fog. I was not smiling. I was not radiant. Because I was dull. All of my senses were dull, and they're not anymore. I feel everything, and it's a joy, and I want to share my testimonial with people. I think I would tell them about Gulf Breeze Recovery, that it's the best atmosphere that you can possibly put your broken body into, and you will come out mended and feeling like you haven't felt in 15 years, because that's exactly what happened to me. My soul was broken, my heart was broken, my mind was broken, and my body was broken. And I needed a team. I needed a team of so many doctors and nurses, and just love and care and therapy and counseling, and then being with other people that were in the same situation that I was in, just to support and help you. And that's what you have here. And they're not going to let you walk out those doors until you're ready.